Yeah, isn't that color so beautiful? Love it. Hi everyone, my name is Jenny and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making blood orange donuts that are baked in my donut pan, and they are going to be completely vegan and delicious. I'm really excited about this recipe. I think it's going to be the perfect donut for wintertime. Also a great Valentine's Day treat from the color of the blood oranges that are going to be used. And these are baked, and I've already went ahead and greased my donut pan for baking. But I love my donut pan. I never thought I would use it as much as I have used it over the past 2 years. And it's very inexpensive too. You can buy it right on Amazon. And it makes for delicious baked donuts. So to get started, we are going to whisk together 1/4 cup melted and cooled coconut oil. If it's summer, you probably don't need to melt your coconut oil, but since it is winter, your coconut oil is probably, solid. Just melt it on the stove, let it cool. You just want to make sure it's cool before you go ahead and make your donuts. So we're going to add that to our mixing bowl. Oops, just a little bit more. And then we're going to add 1/3 cup of cane sugar. And then we're just going to whisk this together. You can use a hand mixer if you would like, but I just find whisking by hand works just fine. Whisk. Just until the oil and the sugar incorporate. Okay, that looks about good. Now we are going to add aquafaba. If you've never baked with aquafaba, I highly recommend trying it. The aquafaba in these donuts makes them really light and fluffy. And if you're not familiar, aquafaba is just the liquid that canned chickpeas come in. And I've drained a couple cans of chickpeas, and this is the aquafaba. And I know it sounds a little odd if you've never baked with it before, but it is really good in vegan baking. And it also can replace like egg whites. They get really nice and fluffy. So we're going to need 3 tablespoons of aquafaba, which is about the equivalent of 1 egg. So just add that right in. 2, 3. And then we're just going to whisk this together. Just until everything's light and fluffy and incorporated. And this recipe makes 6 donuts. Just a whisk. Okay. That looks about good. Now we are going to add in the rest of our liquids. You're going to need 1/4 cup almond milk. I'm using unsweetened, but you can use whatever you have. And then 1/4 cup of blood orange juice. Now, blood oranges are in season right now, and I'm obsessed with them. They produce this gorgeous color, and the flavor, I just really love the flavor of blood oranges. You can find them during the winter at your local supermarket. Trader Joe's also carries them, so add that right in. And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have not used this one and I need to open it. Alright. So just add in the vanilla. Then we're going to whisk this together. I just love the color of the batter. Now, they really won't turn pink, the donuts, but still will be delicious. Just whisk. It smells so good already from that vanilla. Okay, now we're going to add the zest of a blood orange that I've already zested. You always want to make sure to zest your oranges before juicing them, because it will be very difficult. And then just whisk that. Okay, now we are going to add our dry ingredients, and it's really easy. It's super simple. We need that. So I just have a cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. Just add that in. This is great because you really need one bowl to mix this. A teaspoon of baking powder. This will help make the donuts really fluffy and light. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're just gonna whisk. It's so easy to make your own, oh my gosh, flour's going all over. But it's so easy to make your own donuts at home. And you don't have to fry them. So you just want to whisk just until the flour has been incorporated. As always with baking, you do not want to overmix your batter. So I'd like to finish with a spoon actually. Or a spatula, whatever you have. Okay. And they get so light and fluffy from the aquafaba. It's one of my favorite egg replacers when I'm baking donuts. Okay. So the flour's been incorporated, and now I'm just going to spoon the batter into the donut pan. Now, you could put it in like a piping bag and pipe the donuts out, but I find just spooning it works just fine. So we're going to spoon it into our batter, or into our donut pan. So I just like kind of spoon the batter in, and then I go back once all of the donut batter is in the pan and smooth the tops out with the back of a spoon. Because I really just don't want to mess with the whole piping bag when I'm trying to make these donuts. So we're just going to fill up all 6 donuts here. I just try and be careful not to get any of the batter on the actual, like, in the middle. So you still get like a nice hole in the middle for your donuts. So I finished adding the donut batter to the donut pan, and then I'm just going to bake this in an oven that has been preheated at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 minutes until they're golden brown and cooked through. And so we'll check back in, and then after the donuts bake and cool, we're going to add a glaze to them. Okay, so the donuts have baked and they have been sitting in the pan for about 2-3 minutes, and now I'm just going to remove them to let them cool on the cooling rack until completely cool. So I'm just going to pop them so gently. And since we greased the pan, they should come out very nicely, and they just have this golden color. The smell is amazing. You get the smell of the blood orange juice and then the vanilla. It smells so good. So I'm just going to remove the rest. Just carefully pull them out. Be careful if the pan is still, a little warm. And they just pop out so easy. It's so easy to make these donuts. And then once these cool, we're going to make a simple glaze with powdered sugar and then some more fresh blood orange juice. And it'll be so good. Okay, so our donuts have completely cooled, and now we are going to make our glaze, which is just powdered sugar and then the fresh blood orange juice I squeezed earlier. So I have my powdered sugar here, which is about 3/4 of a cup, and then we're going to add about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of juice. Yeah. And you can always add more if you need to. I think I will have to add a little bit more. And if for whatever reason it becomes too liquidy, you can always add more powdered sugar to get the right consistency. And this is just going to create such a gorgeous glaze. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more juice. So I just add a little bit at a time. So just keep whisking. Because you want the glaze to be completely smooth. Okay, so looks like we have the right consistency that we are looking for. See how it just drips like that? This is like what you are looking for. Where it's not too thick or too runny, but just enough to coat the donuts with the glaze. Just make sure all the clumps of the powdered sugar have been whisked out. All right, now it's time to dip the donuts. Set that aside. Okay, so I like to take this end and then dip the donuts like so. So you just want to like dip it like that, kind of wiggle it in. Make sure all the top is completely coated. See, it's not quite fully coated, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And then just let any excess drip off, like so. And then transfer it to a plate. That one probably could have had a little bit more. Drip. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Isn't that color so beautiful? I love it. This would be like a really fun treat to make with kids. They would really like this. And then I just like to let the glaze set up a little bit before eating them. Then they are good to go. Here we go. Just look at that. I love it. Okay. If they keep dripping, it's okay. This one I got too much on. Then our last donut. There we go. Alright. So then we have our finished donuts. So I'll just let these cool up for a little bit, let the glaze set, and then I will give them a taste. Okay, so the glaze has set, and now it is time for the best part, to try these baked vegan blood orange donuts. Let's give it a taste. They're so good. With the citrus of the blood orange juice, and then the vanilla, and then the glaze, just a little sweet extra touch. I highly recommend giving these donuts a try. I'll put the full recipe link down below in the description box so you can make these for yourself for a delicious Valentine's Day treat. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. Enjoy!